Marsau Scott, the normally reserved and quiet cast member of Love and Marriage Huntsville, has just dropped a bombshell on the reality TV world. In an explosive revelation, Marsau has gone on record to accuse Carlos King and Martell Holt of working together behind the scenes in ways that could change everything we thought we knew about the show. For years, Carlos King has been known as the mastermind behind some of the biggest moments in reality TV. He's been able to orchestrate drama and pull the strings to keep viewers hooked. But now, it seems like the cracks in his carefully built empire are beginning to show. Marsau has always kept his cards close to his chest. He's been the type of person who avoids the drama, doesn't get involved in unnecessary feuds, and plays the role of the calm, collected cast member. But, after years of staying silent, it seems Marsau has had enough. Now, he's calling out Carlos and Martell for their shady dealings, and he's shedding light on how they've been manipulating the narrative behind the scenes. This isn't just about a few behind-the-scenes feuds or social media shade, it's about deep, strategic favoritism, backroom deals, and the way Carlos King has been protecting Martell Holt while letting others take the fall. For years, Martell has had a roller coaster of a life. His marriage to Melody Sherry has been under constant public scrutiny, full of cheating allegations, messy drama, and public breakups. On top of that, his business ventures have been riddled with failures, and he's had his fair share of controversies. But despite all of this, Martell has somehow managed to remain relevant on Love and Marriage Huntsville. No matter how messy or problematic his actions have been, Martell has always managed to land on his feet. And now, Marsau is suggesting that this isn't just luck, it's a carefully controlled strategy orchestrated by Carlos King. Marsau's accusations are serious. According to him, Carlos has been pulling strings to make sure Martell always stays on the show, even when his actions might warrant him being written off. Instead of facing consequences for his behavior, Martell has been consistently protected. His mistakes have been swept under the rug, his business failures quietly supported, and his public image has been carefully curated. But why would Carlos go out of his way to protect someone like Martell, who, by all accounts, should have been written off the show by now? Well, that's where things get even messier. The theory that seems to make the most sense is that Carlos has been using Martell as the key to keeping the drama alive on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Martell's drama-filled life, his toxic relationship with Melody, his infidelity, and his public breakdowns, has kept viewers hooked on the show for years. Without Martell, the show might lose some of its explosive appeal, and Carlos, as the mastermind behind the scenes, would lose a significant part of what makes the show successful. In short, Martell's messy behavior is a goldmine for the producers, and Carlos knows this. So, rather than letting Martell face the consequences of his actions, Carlos has been keeping him around, manipulating the narrative to keep him relevant, and protecting him from any real fallout. But what about Marsau? Why is he speaking out now, after all this time? The question has been on many fans' minds. Marsau has always been the one to stay quiet, the one to dodge the drama, and the one who kept his personal life out of the limelight. But it seems that he's reached his breaking point. Some believe that Marsau is frustrated. He's tired of playing the game, tired of watching Carlos pull strings behind the scenes, and tired of seeing Martell get a free pass while others, like himself, are thrown under the bus. For years, Marsau's marriage has been a constant topic of gossip and speculation on the show, and he's had to deal with the drama that comes with it. Now, it seems like Marsau has finally realized that he's just another pawn in Carlos's carefully crafted reality TV empire. If Marsau is right, this could change everything we thought we knew about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Reality TV is often a mix of scripted drama and real-life moments, but if what Marsau is saying is true, then Carlos has been controlling the narrative to such an extent that it goes beyond just creating drama for the show. Carlos has been manipulating storylines, favoring certain cast members, and sacrificing others for the sake of good TV. It's not just about creating compelling drama, it's about controlling who gets the spotlight and who gets dragged through the mud. One of Marsau's biggest revelations is that Carlos has been helping Martell with business opportunities and supporting his ventures, despite Martell's long history of bad decisions. The reality is, Martell's business ventures have been less than stellar. He's had a string of failed projects, questionable decisions, and public controversies that could have easily ended his career. But somehow, he's always managed to stay relevant. Why? Because Carlos has been there, making sure Martell stays afloat, offering him opportunities, and ensuring that he remains part of the show's drama. While other cast members, like Marsau and Melody, get thrown under the bus and have their personal lives used as storylines, Martell gets to keep redeeming himself, time and time again. It's not just about favoring Martell, though. Marsau's accusations suggest that Carlos has been strategically protecting certain people while sacrificing others. This favoritism has created an imbalance of power within the cast. While some cast members have to constantly defend themselves against rumors and negative storylines, Martell has been allowed to skate by, his mistakes downplayed and his image carefully maintained. Marsau, who has had to deal with his own fair share of rumors and drama, seems to have had enough. He's finally speaking up and pulling back the curtain on the manipulation that has been happening behind the scenes. So, what does this mean for Carlos King? If Marsau's accusations gain traction and fans start questioning the way things have been handled on the show, Carlos could be in serious trouble. Love and Marriage Huntsville has made him a major player in the reality TV world, but if it turns out that he's been playing favorites and manipulating storylines, the show's credibility could be at risk. Fans have already started to notice the bias, and if the network, OWN, starts seeing Carlos as more of a liability than an asset, his position could be in jeopardy. Reality TV thrives on drama, but it also thrives on trust. If the viewers lose faith in the authenticity of the show, it could spell the end of Carlos's reign as the mastermind behind Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's not just about the show either. Carlos has built an entire brand around his reality TV empire, and if the public starts seeing him as manipulative and unfair, his other projects could also suffer. Networks don't want to be associated with controversial figures, especially if those controversies start spilling off-screen and affecting their ratings or sponsorships. If Marsau's claims hold weight, Carlos could find himself in damage control mode, trying to spin the narrative to protect his career. But what's next? Now that Marsau has cracked the code of silence, the question is, will anyone else back him up? The rest of the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast has been largely quiet on this issue, but Marsau's accusations could force them to pick a side. If other cast members start speaking out, it could weaken Carlos's grip on the show and expose even more of what's been going on behind the scenes. On the other hand, if the cast stays quiet, it might suggest that they either don't believe Marsau or are afraid of the consequences of speaking out. At the end of the day, Marsau's decision to speak out could have serious consequences for Carlos King, Martell Holt, and the future of Love and Marriage Huntsville. The truth is finally coming out, and it's forcing everyone to take a hard look at how things really operate behind the scenes. If Carlos King thought he was untouchable, Marsau just proved otherwise. The question now is, what will happen next? Will Carlos be able to control the narrative and salvage his empire, or will the truth finally bring it all crashing down? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the game is changing.